is up? It's your boy Kate Sif Wins, back on my next Borderlands 3 Legendary guide, and this time, well, this is definitely a unique situation. This is a legendary I believe has been in the game since the very beginning, but it's one of those legendaries that's considered trash, a trash legendary. Nobody ever talked about it, nobody ever used it, and whenever you saw it, you either didn't pick it up or you sold it. Well, now everyone wishes they didn't forget about it or sold it, because now it has become an absolute beast and a powerhouse of a weapon. That is none other than a lob. Basically, Gearbox has actually released a hotfix where they buffed quite a few weapons, which was a shock to me. And, well, I can pretty much guarantee that I do not believe that this was the intention to have this weapon be this good. So I fear that eventually there would be a nerf coming through, but hopefully it's not going to make the weapon not usable. But nonetheless, while it is this way, you might as well pick it up and try it out. And the lob is definitely that. Is this the new most powerful weapon, best weapon? I don't know, but it's pretty damn good. So nonetheless, you're obviously wondering where to get that, and there's not, I guess, a dedicated drop. It's one of those weird drops where you basically, you want to fight a boss that you can farm over and over, and unfortunately the best option to get it would probably be the poor Grave Ward. And yeah, poor Grave Ward, he just gets picked on all the time. He just can't get a break. But basically, the Grave Ward would be my best bet to get the lob at this point. I don't know of a better way to get it at this point. But if you guys know, please let me know in the comment section. And so now that we're back on Mayhem Mode 4, the parameters are not going to help out this gun. I'm trying not to use any of my, I guess, what do you call it, the phase graphs in the ground, so I can move faster and do more damage, because I want to show you what this gun can do without me having a bunch of abilities really just annihilating people, because that can definitely make it more vibrant. Now, one weakness of this gun is when you fire it, it fires really slow. It's a slow fire rate, and it fires these 3 blasts and like a 3-round burst, and they travel really, really slow. And also be careful, because they can actually hit you and hurt you a lot. But you want to get up to a certain distance, and as you can see here, if I using my phase graphs in the ground, they constantly move faster ability with my siren, and I'm not using that, I'm just firing the gun straight up, and it's just absolutely going right through him. And I didn't change any of my skills. I kind of just jump in here cold, and so imagine if I really prepared to get the most out of this gun by changing my skills and whatnot, and you can absolutely just demolish him. And as I said, this weapon can come in any element, and as I got mine in Cryo, and I really do like the Cryo because it's frees everyone. But even these small enemies, it just absolutely, because when the balls hit, they can phase right through the enemies and constantly keep hitting them for non-stop damage. And as I said, you can get it in any element, fire, corrosion, cryo, red, and electricity. And ironically, here's a recursion right here. Now, is it better than a recursion? And I don't know if I can answer that question. I'll say the lob is probably a better gun right now, just because after this bust, I just feel like it's an insane weapon, and against a particular enemy, like just that one enemy, it can just absolutely wipe them out. Where the recursion, I think, is better because it's ricocheting off a bunch of enemies and that crazy, insane damage. Definitely two of the most sought out weapons in the game right now, but definitely I got to get the lob the advantage. And as I said, the only weakness I would say is just that fire rate. So you got to be at that right distance from the enemy to get the most out of it. But it's nice to see that we have a weapon that actually went from being terrible to being great. Because as I said, I never heard anyone talk about a lob before, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought it was called the lab. I thought the O was an A. I just couldn't see it very good. But basically, this is a good story, and as I said, we need more weapons to be viable, because it gets kind of annoying when you just got the same few legendaries that just dominate, and we have more weapons that are very good and viable, useful, or in this case, absolutely just curb stomp people. You just get more builds, more classes. You can use more change-ups. You don't still see the same thing over and over, and I think that's what makes this game more fun. Now, as I said earlier, I do believe that this weapon is probably going to get hit by a nerf. I wouldn't mind if it doesn't get nerfed, because as I said, I just want to have fun, want to play, enjoy myself. I'm not competing against other players. I don't see why it matters, but you know how Gearbox is. It's nerf or nothing, unfortunately. Now, as I said, it did buff it, but I don't think it was intentional to be this good. But hopefully, if that day does come, it's not going to be in a way like Recursion gotta remember when that guy's nerfed, but you could still kick ass and use that gun, and hopefully similar things that have this gun, because as I said, we need more variety in the weapons, and I know they buffed a few others, but this one definitely is going to be the most sought out weapon. But leave in the comment section how many times have you passed over this weapon since you've played the game and now are trying to struggle to find it, because it took me a while before I finally got it. I had to fight the Borg Grave Ward God knows how many times, but that's usually how it goes when you pass over this weapon and something happens, it's buffed and now it's viable and everybody wants it, and it's a struggle just to get it. Well, it seems like some people are just lucky, and that's usually how it goes with Borderlands. Sometimes you get lucky in the drop, sometimes you don't, but nonetheless, that is going to be the end of my video. What do you guys think? You think this weapon is going to be nerfed? You think they should leave it alone? Leave it in the comment section. I hope they leave it alone, but you know how Gearbox can be. And you're going to have more content coming out. You're going to have more tougher enemies, raid bosses, hopefully. You're going to need the best weapons you can get, so, because those raid bosses are going to whoop our ass. But nonetheless, that's going to be the end. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know how you feel about the next DLC. We just had a whole video on that. I can't wait to play that, but unfortunately, it's all boggled up with a bunch of games like Doom Eternal and Resident Evil 3, so I'm going to try to get around to that. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have better luck getting a lob than I do, and hopefully I'll see you back in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace.